It is a beautiful night for baseball in Easley, South Carolina. Sure, there's some clouds out there, but Mother Nature's not going to impede our progress tonight as the fourth and final game of this Sunday is about to get underway between Delaware and Texas. Again, Texas and Delaware, two of the 6 teams from the United States that are represented here at the Senior League Baseball World Series in Easley, South Carolina. Hawaii already off to a 2-0 start with a couple of dominating wins. Texas, the final U.S. team to not play yet. That will change here in just a matter of moments. Again, this division at a glance, playing a conventional field size, 90-foot Bates pass for 320 down the lines, 380 to straightaway center. 7-inning game, barring any run rule shortages. These kids ages 13 to 16. This is a modified double elimination, where until there are 4 teams remaining, we'll have double elimination. Then it will turn into single elimination. Delaware and Texas will get to meet the teams, the players, the coaches, weather permitting, next.
Leading things off for the East team with the shortstop number 4, Connor Campbell.
Welcome back here to the Senior League Baseball World Series. Texas and Delaware about to square off here on this diamond. Wilson Woodcocks, number 29 out of Houston, is going to get the start tonight. The Texas Tech verbal commitment. He just finished his freshman year in high school. And there's a look at the Delaware starting lineup. And Connor Campbell is set to come to the plate to lead this one off. It's our second look at Delaware, our first look at Texas. And our first look at the future Texas Tech Red Raider. And first pitch swinging is Connor Campbell to center. 1 pitch, 1 out. 1 for 1 is absolutely correct.
Now batting 480, the left fielder number 9,
Luke Gabrish from Wilmington, Delaware. Big fan of SpongeBob SquarePants. Certainly won't hold that against him during the broadcast. Look at that breaking ball in there for a strike. Wilson Woodcocks, 15 years old, a Texas Tech commit. The 0-2. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. Swing and a miss. This This is a nasty pitch, and Tim Tadlock, the head coach at Texas Tech, watching somewhere. And watching him off to a good start, but does give up the 2-out hit to Johnny Fander. This Delaware team took on the host team, South Carolina, last night and led in that game 8-0 before holding on to win 9-8. Just want to show you this strikeout for out number 2. A breaking ball just below the knees. Another swing and miss. This one to Justin Ford, 0-1. Justin Ford from Brandywine High School. Pickoff play. Looked like they got him. But just getting in under the tag was Fander. The 0-1. Right. On the corner, just misses. Ball 1. Wilson Woodcocks. The 1-2. Right there for a called strike 3. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Woodcocks. 1 swinging, 1 looking. And you're looking at the Senior League World Series. Texas coming up to bat. Looks like they'll have pretty good pitching support tonight here at Easley. Back here at the Senior League Baseball World Series. I'm Matt Schick. Delaware and Texas no score. Texas taking their first ABs. Coming up here in the bottom of the first, there's a look at Deuce Rusidlo, the 15-year-old, getting the start tonight for Delaware. They call him next year's ace, the coaching staff does. He's going to be called upon to limit this pretty high-octane Texas offense. As Alex Mintz is going to lead off here for the Southwest Region champs. This is a Texas team that has made a habit of getting to the Senior League World Series. On the inside corner for a strike. Alex Mintz, 16 years old, great leadoff guy here for Texas. Works the count when he can. And when he gets on base, he can take some extra ones. Ball high, 1-1. The 1-1 to Mintz. All low, 2-1. Just on the outside corner, 2-2. Southwest region, a Texas team here that has been to this World Series 3 out of the last 5 years. Mintz drives that one into deep left field. Going back is Gabrish. It's over his head. Mintz makes the turn. He will get into second, standing up, rounds the base, and a stand-up double to lead this one off. They love what he brings from the leadoff spot, and you can see why. Working it to a 2-2 count and lumbering up, putting it over the left fielder's head, Gabrish. And now James Vaquero, the catcher, now up for Texas. 16-year-old. Switch hitter, hits the contact. Really go gap to gap at the plate. The 0-1 to Vaquero. Deuce Racidlo last night through 12 pitches did not record an out against South Carolina and gave up 4 runs on 4 hits. We'll see how many innings he can give this Delaware team here today. 12 pitches, 4 earned runs last night. The 2-1 to Vaquero, and Vaquero calls time. The 2-1. Just off the plate, 3-1. And the best, most consistent hitter on the team is on deck in Connor Bartlett. The 3-1. Vaquero to first. Justin Ford has it for the first out, and Alex Mintz advances to third. 16 years old, 6'3", playing shortstop tonight and in the 3-hole, and that's a good favorite athlete to have, especially if you're in the state of Texas. Houston Astro Alex Bregman got it done at the College World Series level and at the MLB World Series level. Here's Connor Bartlett at the Senior League World Series and a chance to give Texas a 1-0 lead. The 1-0. The 2-1 to Connor Bartlett. Drives that one. That's going to be long, foul, and out of play. A lot of fans here on hand for the Southwest Region champs from Houston. Fan reminding Connor Bartlett that he wears number 22. And the count is 2-2. And he's facing pitcher number 22. Now it's 3-2. Deuce Racidlo struggled mightily last night. He's in a jam now. Alex Mintz on third. Bartlett rips that one down the line and foul. Team leader and captain, Connor Bartlett. One of 3 players that Played in the Intermediate World Series back in 2016 and came up short. Alex Mintz, one of the other three, is on third. The 3-2. Bartlett hammers that one to third. Spychalski coming home, and he's in there. Spychalski had a chance to get him at home. The throw home to Johnny Fander, a little offline. And Alex Mintz scores. It's 1-0 Texas. Spychalski, a good throw would have gotten him. Fander scoops it and had to try and dive to make the tag. Should not have been that complicated. It was, and now it's 1-0 Texas. Vaquero. Bartlett stands on first. And Gunnar Brown now at the plate, the first baseman. 16 years old. I asked Coach Clint Sauls, how would you describe Gunnar Brown? It says country. He's a big kid, can hit with power, can hit home runs, will occasionally strike out, but some big swings at the plate. Good crowd on hand tonight in Easley, South Carolina for this fourth and final game of the day. The first chance to see Texas. That was foul. Texas, Southwest Region champs. They were here in 09, 2010, 2012, 14, 15, now 17, and now 19. The 0-2 to Brown. Deuce Racidlo not being allowed to ease into this game whatsoever. Brown skies that one to center. Aiden Lambert coming in. Still coming in. Makes the catch, 2 away. That'll bring up Wilson Woodcocks, the 15-year-old, again the starter tonight on the mound. Already has 2 strikeouts. The Texas Tech commit. Just finished the 9th grade. His older brother Drew also committed to Texas Tech in the class of 2020. The 1-1, Bartlett on first. Oh, high, 2-1. Three pitches already thrown here for Deuce Racidlo, the 15-year-old. Gave up 4 earned runs last night. And has given up a run here. Bartlett with the lead at first. Woodcocks fists that one off, still 2-2. inside, and it hit him. Woodcock's not thrilled with that pitch. Neither is Residlo.
That'll bring around the second baseman, number 12. Number 12,
Inside, tried to avoid it. Gives a look back to Residlo before trotting the 90 feet to first. Brings up Jarrett Mihalik, 16-year-old. Coach calls him maybe their most athletic player. That would appeared to be fair. Called foul there, just left of third. Can't argue with lemon pepper wings. That's oddly specific. The 0-1 to Mihalik. Mihalik, ground ball to third. Spychalski has it and sails that one to first. But Justin Ford tried to apply the tag. It appears to be late. Spychalski had a poor throw to third and now to home, and now sails this one to first. Ford did his best to try and tag out Mihalik. Unable to do that. Score that, an error on the third baseman. And now Josh Plum is up now with the bases loaded. Josh Blum, the designated hitter. 16-year-old, a very effective pitcher as well. If Wilson is 1A, Plum is the 1B. And that should be a balk, and it is. As Residlo kind of stumbled on his way on his delivery. Appears to be shaken up a little bit. But the second run of the game is scored. Bartlett on the balk. See Residlo again from the stretch and taking a step back and stumbling. Nearly gets away. Woodcock's on third, Mihalik on second after the balk. Josh Blum now with a count of 1-2. Not the start that Deuce Residlo was looking for. His second rocky outing in as many days. The 1-2 to Blum. A tad high, 2-2. The Delaware fans wondering where that pitch was. Residlo and his club from Wilmington, Delaware. The 2-2. Swing and a miss and a much needed strikeout for Deuce Residlo. Blum goes down, but not before Texas scores a pair. It's 2-0, Southwest Region champs.
Fans, don't forget the souvenir stand is located directly behind the first baseline. They have a wide variety of shirts, hats, pins, all kinds of great things. Be sure to stop by and pick up a all games are being scored by Game Changer and broadcasted on ESPN+. Also, please remember too that there are no pets allowed in the park, as well as no smoking in the park. And don't forget to visit our concession stand located underneath the press box for a wide variety of refreshments. Leading things off with the second inning, the center fielder, number 27, Eden Lambert.
Welcome back to Easley, South Carolina. 2-0 Texas after one. There's a look at Wilson Woodcox as he begins work in inning number 2. As Eden Lambert swings and misses to begin the second. A couple of strikeouts already here in this game for Woodcox. There was one. There's the other, that breaking ball for the Texas Tech commit. Had a lot of things working in the first inning. Did give up a base hit. And now an 0-1 count. Here to Will Riles. Excuse me, Eden Lambert, the center fielder. Throw is good from Connor Bartlett. And one away. Talking to the coaches about Wilson Woodcox. Saying, look, you'll know early on if he's got it. You can tell very quickly whether it's going to be a good night or a long night. It appears it's going to be a good night for Texas and perhaps a long one for Delaware. 2-0 Texas. Here's Danny Storm, the right fielder for Delaware. His last name, something we don't see tonight. And anticipating any weather here. Danny Storm got the start last night against South Carolina. Pitched beautifully through his 4 innings of work. Gave up no runs on 56 pitches. South Carolina trailed 8-0 to Delaware last night. And then once Storm was removed from that game, the game completely changed. Here's the 3-2 to Storm. Fouls that one away. Three-2 to Storm, and that hit him. Woodcox can throw with power, and Danny Storm can now testify to that. Takes it in the back, and now Andrew Spychalski is now up with Storm on first. Spychalski with a rough half inning in the field, a poor throw home, and then another throw to first that went awry. Chance to make up for it with the bat. 1-1. Spychalski fouls that one back. Spychalski telling us one of his favorite movies is Toy Story. Not sure which one he meant. Maybe the original Toy Story. If you haven't seen Toy Story 4, spoiler alert, you will cry. The 1-2 to Spychalski. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 3 for Wilson Woodcox. Spychalski goes down like the other 2 strikeout victims via the breaking ball. Now here's Kenyon Motley, shortstop from Tower Hill High School, and that's a towering shot down the left field line. It'll get down, but foul. Danny Storm would have easily scored from first. Kenyon Motley, Wilmington, Delaware. 1 for 2 last night in the win over South Carolina. Danny Storm taking a lead at first. Storm eyeing Woodcox, not going. Cox eyeing Storm at first, a 1-1 count. Storm not running. Cox is high there, 2-1. Motley hammers that one to center. That's going to get down for a base hit. Storm looking toward third, but there's no way he's running. And Alex Mintz up with it quickly in center. And now 2 on with 2 out. Now here's the pitcher, Deuce Residlo. Had a rough night on the mound last night, but a good night at the plate against South Carolina. Went 2 for 3. Now he pokes that one to right. Will Riles has it, and the side is retired. Some damage on the base paths, but not on the scoreboard. Texas leads Delaware 2-0. Back here for the Senior League Baseball World Series. I'm Matt Chick here in Easley, South Carolina. This modified double elimination formatted bracket. 6 United States teams, 6 international teams. We've seen every team play so far except Texas. That has changed now as they now have a 2-0 lead on Delaware. Got into town on Thursday, finally playing here on Sunday. Will Riles, the right fielder for Texas. And the United States teams, here's how they fared. Hawaii appears to be the team to beat. Texas might have something to say about that. Riles to the hole in short. Motley up with it. He's got an arm and makes the throw. That is a long throw from deep short. And Kenyon Motley gets it done. Kenyon Motley, you see the hearing aid he wears. He's hearing impaired. Does no American Sign Language. Told us that in our questions that we asked these kids. Pretty special kid. From Wilmington, Delaware. Just a great athlete. And he's been solid at the plate. Can also pitch for this team as well. Trace Organ to center, and that will get down for a one-out single.
That's a base stop right there. From the 6.
Top of the order, the center fielder, number 6, Alex.
Trace Organ gets on, and now the top of the order is back up for Texas. Alex Mintz, who led this game off with a double, wound up scoring. Now up again, Trace Organ leading off of first base. Team leader and captain for this team. Ball gets by the first baseman, and scampering into second base, standing up, is Trace Organ. It looked like the throw was that offline for Justin Ford as it went off his mitt. And a free bag, and that changes the complexion of the inning. Double play now out of play. Mintz 1-1. Deuce Racidlo could use his second strikeout of the night. Vince flares that one to right. Going back is Danny Storm. He's got it. And tagging from second is Trace Organ, and he will get in there to third. Now with 2 down.
The catcher, number 3, James McCarroll.
James Vaccaro, sounds like he's might have a new nickname. I just heard Swaggy 3. Number 3 here in the lineup, number 2 hitter here. Switch hitter batting from the left side with 2 down. Coaches call this team a group of fighters ready for any challenge. And they have risen to the challenge here so far. Fouled away, 1-2. Won their regional final by a score of 5-2. In a hard-fought pitcher's duel. Pitching has really carried this team, at least in postseason play. Offense has come to life here with a 2-0 lead. Could it be 3-0? Spychalski's got to make this throw, and he does. It's been an adventure at third, but there, a nice throw to first. And it remains 2-0 Texas.
We would like to thank several sponsors who helped make this year's tournament a reality. City of Eastwood, Pickens County, Jackson Organic Group, Fort Hill Natural Gas, Flowers, Kosher Physical Therapy, Eastwood Luck Utilities, Salsa Pumps, and Hendrick Honda.
Fans on hand making the 900-plus mile journey from Houston here to Easley, South Carolina. Beautiful sunny night here in the southeast. Some scattered storms in the area, but none threatening here at the home of the Senior League Baseball World Series. Catch all the excitement from not just this, but all 7 of the Little League World Series tournaments, including visitor information, scores, stats, video highlights, and more. Visit littleleague.org. So many reasons to come to the park. Concessions at the top of the list. The 0-2 is way outside, 1-2 to Connor Campbell. Top of the order now up for Delaware. Facing Wilson Woodcocks. And that one back up the middle and through for a leadoff single. Just out of the reach of the outstretched glove of Trey Sorgan. And one on here in the third.
Now batting number 9, Luke Harris.
Luke Gabrich out of Concord High School in Delaware. 16 years old. 0 for 5 so far in his 2 games here in this tournament. He's one of 4 kids in his family. He's got 3 sisters, Lexi, twin sisters Lucy and Lena. Throw in a Luke. I think they're trying to do something with that letter. Pick play just in there. Swing and a miss. Ball gets away from the catcher and into second base is Connor Campbell. So for the second time tonight, Delaware with a runner in scoring position. Facing the Texas Tech verbal commit, Wilson Woodcocks on the mound. The 0-2 to Gabrich. Just missed 1 and 2. One-two to Gabrich. Fouls that one away. Mentioned Wilson Woodcocks, his older brother Drew, also part of that Texas Tech verbal commitment list, class of 2020. Drew played here at the World Series, this Texas team back in 2017. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 4 for Woodcocks. He's done it with the breaking ball. He can do it with the fastball. Gabrich unable to catch up with that high heat. And now Johnny Fander with 1 out to third. Halleck unable to be held on to by Gunnar Brown. And that'll be an error on the first baseman. A good throw from Jarrett Mihalik. The runner from second did not advance on the throw. But Johnny Fander with a free base and 1 out now for Justin Ford. See if Woodcocks can get out of this jam. Not necessarily a self-induced jam. Struck out Justin Ford looking in the first. Campbell on second. 4 to second. It's a double play ball. If they can get it to short for 1 to first. Double play. Got into some trouble. Gunnar Brown dropped that ball, but then made up for it with the stretch here on the double play. The flip, the turn, the stretch. We'll stretch for a minute. 2-0 Texas.
One hit, one error, one left on base. We can things off this inning for this replacing the shortstop, number 22, Connor Bartlett.
Moving right along here into the bottom of the third, Texas with a 2-0 lead on Delaware in this Senior League Baseball World Series. The 8th game of the weekend, the final game of the day. This modified double elimination format will be double elimination until there are just 4 teams left. We've begun with 12, all 12 still alive here. Double will be facing elimination tomorrow. But each team guaranteed at least 3 games. With consolation games for those that go 0-2. Connor Bartlett at the plate. Reached on a fielder's choice. In the first inning, now a 2-0. Swing and a miss, 2-1.
You do you, 2-2. You do you.
See if Connor Bartlett can do you. 2-1. Swing. That one just out of third. Well, high. Now the count is full, 3-2. See that pitch count now up to 52 pitches for Rushidlo. Bartlett hammers that one to deep left center field. Going back is Lambert. He looks up and it's against the wall. Bartlett rounding second. He's going to get into third. Standing up. Connor Bartlett. 2 big thumbs up after the leadoff triple. That's about as far as you can hit it here in left center field without it going out. It's the warning track, and Bartlett was off to the races. And now Gunnar Brown. Gunnar Brown drives that one to deep left field. That one's over the head of Gabrish. Bartlett's going to waltz into home, and Brown is going to slide into second. It felt like it was just a matter of time before the big lumber would come to play here for Texas. And Gunnar Brown gets into that one. Big kid with power, hammers it to the wall. Back-to-back shots to the wall for Texas.
The pitcher, number 29, Wilson Woodcocks.
And it's a 3-0 lead for the Southwest Region champs. Some support for pitcher Wilson Woodcocks, who's now at the plate. Woodcocks to third. Kenyon Martley bobbles it, fires to first. The scoop, got him. Justin Ford with a nice scoop, held it to his chest. Motley got rid of it as quickly as he could. Bobbles the ball, but blocks it with his chest. And then Ford holds onto it against his chest. Little bobble there. The umpire ruling that he had control. One down now, an 0-1 count here to Jarrett Mihalik. Mihalik to left, that's gonna fall for a base hit. Gunnar Brown rounding third, and he's gonna lumber home. He will score. Mihalik back to first, 4-0 Texas. I think Texas has figured out Deuce Rasidlo. 3 hits in the inning. They're a home run away for hitting for the cycle in this inning. A triple, a double, and now a single. Here from Mihalik. And all of them going to left center or left field. Now the designated hitter, Josh Blum. High 2-0. The 2-1 is outside, 3-1, and you wonder how many more batters Deuce Rasidlo will face and how many more pitches he's got. He's up to 61. Threw only 12 yesterday. He gave up 4 runs without recording an out yesterday against South Carolina. He's given up 4 runs. We're in the bottom of the third, 1 out here. Jarrett Mihalik leading off of first. Fouls that one off, now full count. The 3-2. Safe to say Texas is getting ahead of these pitches. Leadoff triple for Connor Bartlett in this inning. An RBI double for Gunnar Brown, and then an RBI single for Jarrett Mihalik. 1 down for Josh Blum, the designated hitter. Win today for Texas would set up a matchup on Tuesday, a winner's bracket game against Hawaii. Hawaii has scored 26 runs in their 2 wins. This is Texas's first game of this Senior League World Series. Inside to Blum, and now 2 on with 1 out.
Josh Blum draws the ball at number 10, Will Miles.
That's the first walk of the game for Deuce Racidlo. And he is done for the night after 64 pitches. Max Kogenauer coming in for Deuce Racidlo. We'll tell you more about him next. It's 4-0 Texas.
Now pitching for the East, number 20, Max Kogenauer.
Deuce Racidlo's night is done on the mound. He will be replaced by 15-year-old Max Kogenauer. You're looking at him now, number 20 out of St. Mark's High School with a 4-0 lead for Texas. If you want to play Little League, it's easy to find your local league. Visit playlittleleague.org and enter your address to find a Little League program near you. Little League programs in Texas are looking pretty good. Got some pretty good pitching there deep in the heart of Texas. And Wilson Woodcock's one of those good prospects. He's got 4 strikeouts through 3 innings of work. Breaking ball working in the first inning, a strikeout swinging, 1 looking. And then the second inning, a strikeout swinging, and then in the third, another one swinging. Luke Gabrish. Wilson Woodcock's with 4 strikeouts through 3 innings of work, and the Texas offense with 4 runs to back him.
Number 2, Peter Saul, as a pitch runner. Pitch count for Russia ball at Deuce Racidlo. The pitch count will be 6-0 for him. He will win 60 pitches, 6-0.
So Racidlo will be counted for 60 pitches. He left with 64, but if you cross a threshold and during your final batter, you revert back to the previous threshold. So Racidlo will require 2 full days of calendar rest before he is out. Before he can pitch again, I should say. 4-0 Texas. Ryan Rowles now up. Peter Saul pinch running for Josh Blum there on first. A versatile player, can play a few different positions. He's playing right field tonight. Lifts that one foul. Coaches say he's also got some sneaky power at the plate, been one of the more consistent players. He's from Texas, but likes the Alabama Crimson Tide. So he felt a little bit differently about that 2009 BCS championship game. 1-2. Riles back to Motley, who flips to second for one, trying to get the second out at first. Speedy Riles beats that one. And the pinch runner Peter Saul is eliminated from second, 2 outs.
At the plate for the Southwest, second baseman number 5, Trace Organ.
Now 2 down for Trace Organ, who singled in the second. Mihalik on third. Riles on first. And Organ hammering that to left. Gabers going back and makes the catch at the warning track for out number 3. A couple of more runs come home. It's 4-0 Texas. We go to the 4th.
Three hits, 2 runs for the Southwest team. Fans who are all the latest news on Senior League World Series, be sure to follow us on Instagram at LLWS 2019. You can follow us on Twitter at LLWS and like us on Facebook. Leading things off for the East is sitting the center fielder number 27, Eden Lambert.
We're back in Easley, South Carolina for the Senior League Baseball World Series. Wilson Woodcocks resumes his work on the mound. He's got 4 strikeouts through 3 innings. The Texas Tech verbal commitment. Ball high, 2-0. In the dirt now, 3-0. First 3-0 count we've seen Woodcocks work through tonight. Eden Lambert all inside, but it is a strike and he'll have to go back and get his bat. Eden Lambert was eager to get to first base. He might have to earn it here, and he does. That'll get down in front of the center fielder, Alex Mintz. A leadoff single for Delaware. Now, it's a long process to get here for these teams like Delaware and Texas. Got to win your district tournament, your section tournament, and your state, your province or country tournament, depending on where you're from, and a regional tournament, and eventually you get to the World Series. Texas won the Southwest Region tournament. Delaware won the East Region tournament. To get here to Easley, South Carolina. Senior League Baseball World Series been held here since 2017 after a long run in Bangor, Maine. Now 5 of the 6 pitches in this inning have been balls for Wilson Woodcocks. Now facing Danny Storm. Eden Lambert with the lead at first. Ball high. Texas Tech verbal commit in a little bit of trouble here with a 2-0 count to Danny Storm. Down low and in the dirt, 3-0. That Pitch count up to 48 now. See if Danny Storm is taking all the way. He is. Woodcocks delivers a strike, 3-1. Coach just said you'll find out early on if he's got it. Well, he had it, but he might have temporarily lost it. 3-1 count to Storm. An excuse me swing. It's a foul ball. He tapped it off of his leg. And now Woodcocks has battled back to a full count. Woodcocks has only allowed a couple of runners to get to second base. And the last time, in the last inning, in the third, that runner was raced with a double play. Ball in the dirt, ball 4. Danny Storm heads to first. Again, pitch count very important. There are certain thresholds. If you cross over to a new threshold and it happens to be your last batter, you'll revert back to the previous threshold. So those days of rest are required. Not days of rest from playing baseball, but days of rest from pitching again. Those are full calendar days required, not games. Andrew Spychalski now up. Breaking ball is in there for a strike. Spychalski was one of the 4 strikeout victims earlier in the game. And now we're going to get a pinch runner at first. Storm comes out and Dylan Cruiser comes in to pinch run. And now the umpire is going to say something to Jody Fander about some confusion. And it may be that he may not have reported it. And now it's been officially reported. Dylan Cruiser, the pinch runner, on first. Aiden Lambert on second. Nobody out. First real trouble that Woodcocks has gotten into. Breaking ball in the dirt, 1-1. Spychalski 0 for 2 yesterday with a run scored against the host team, South Carolina. This will be a big spot for his first hit of the weekend. The 1-1. Spychalski pokes that one, and Woodcocks has it, throws to second for the double play. Aiden Lambert caught napping. By the time he figured out the situation, it was too late, and we have 2 down. Just a little looper back to Woodcocks. He turned around, and Lambert was caught by 6 feet. Now Kenyon Motley and maybe Wilson Woodcocks can breathe a little bit easier on the mound. Let the first 2 guys reach, and again is about to get out of trouble. Had a double play to end the 3rd inning to get out of a jam, and that double play could certainly facilitate his easy exit from this inning. Inside to Motley, 2-0. Strong arm. He can dominate on the mound when he is on, and he has shown flashes of that tonight. Kenyon Motley delivers that one to deep left center field. Going back is Riddell. He drops the ball. Rounding third, the runner is going to score, and Delaware is on the board. Dylan Cruiser, the pinch runner, cruising around third. And it is 4-1 Texas. Joseph Riddell had it in his glove, but simply dropped the baseball, and a tough break for the 15-year-old left fielder. That ball was hammered by Motley, but certainly playable. Now that brings up the pitcher, Max Kokenauer. The 2-0 to Kokenauer. Inside, nearly hit him 3-0. Ball misplayed there by the left fielder Riddell. It is scored a hit, as he did have to track that over in left center, and that one hits Kokenauer. And now 2 on and 2 out. Been an adventurous inning for Wilson Woodcocks. So Motley on second, Kokenauer on first, and Coach Clint Sauls may have seen enough. Or maybe it's just a conversation with his star right-hander. That's 61 pitches now for Wilson Woodcocks, and he is going to stay in there again. This puts him right on the 3 days rest. Had they taken him out there, because he passed the threshold on that last at bat, he would have reverted back to 60 for 2 full days of rest. But now, regardless of what happens, is at least 3 full days of rest. And that breaking ball nearly hits the leadoff batter, Connor Campbell. Top of the order right now for Delaware. Campbell had a couple of hits yesterday. He's already got a hit here today, a base knock in the third. Under the lights here in Easley, South Carolina, for the Senior League Baseball World Series. Motley on second. Campbell fouls that one back, 2-2, 2-1. Wilson Woodcocks, we mentioned, 15 years old, just finished the 9th grade, and is already verbally committed to Texas Tech. Will play for Tim Tadlock, a team that's made it to the College World Series in Omaha for the last 6 years. The throwback is wild into center field. Motley's going to take third easily, as Alex Mintz has to back that up in center. So Woodcocks has shown some wildness to the plate, and a wild arm to second as well. Now runners on the corners for Campbell. Motley 90 feet away. Ground ball to second. Oregon has it. Flips to the shortstop Bartlett for out number 3. 1 run does score. 2 runners left on base. Check that, 1 runner left on base. 4-1 Texas with the lead.
Pitching out for Wilcox is 65-65.
Hi, Mom.
One run, 2 hits.
Back here at the Senior League Baseball World Series in Easley, South Carolina. Third year we've had this here after a long stay in Bangor, Maine. And we could get used to this kind of weather. Last year was a rainy week. 7 odd days of rain and weather impacted games. None of that happening yet, and people knocking on wood all over the place after that stay. 4-0 lead now for Texas. 4-1, excuse me, after Delaware pushes a run across here in the top of the 4th. We'll see if Wilson Woodcox comes out again, the Texas Tech commit, in the top of the 5th. Short delay with a fun little video on the scoreboard. We are ready to rock. And Mintz fouls that one away. 0-1. To second base. Campbell up with it. Bobbles and gets Mintz for out number 1. Now there's head coach Clint Sauls of this Texas team. Played his baseball at Georgia Southern. Also spent a year coaching at Furman. A short drive from here in Greenville, South Carolina. He's telling me he made $5,000 that year as an assistant, and I can't do this much longer. Actually, out of high school, was a really talented player, was drafted by the Yankees. And what he told me was the 71st round out of high school. They don't go that far this now, but said he went so late he would have had to pay them to sign. 2-0 now for James Vaquero. Coach Sauls saying he still has the framed telegram sent to him and signed by George Steinbrenner from when he was drafted by the Yankees. 3-0. Said he had no intention of signing. And has been coaching this team since 2010, and has been here so often he could probably buy a house and sublet it. 3-0. Now 3-1. He's from the Augusta area, Augusta, Georgia. He's got his mom and dad, sister, brother-in-law, high school teammates here as well. And the walk there for Texas. That'll bring up number 22, Connor Bartlett. First pitch swinging, that one to right. Storm tracking it and makes the catch. Two down. To put a bow on the conversation with Clint Sauls, the head coach at Texas, became the head coach in 2010. They've been to the World Series 2010, 12, 14, 15, 17, and now 2019. 6 times since he took over as coach, and he has loved every minute of it. They were also here in 09 before he became the head coach. Gunnar Brown grounds out to end the inning. And a pretty quick inning for Delaware. We go to the top of the 5th. Clint Sauls' team still leads 4-1. Back here in Easley, South Carolina, Matt Schick with you all weekend here, the site of the Senior League Baseball World Series. Texas with a 4-1 lead on Delaware. Again, 2 separate brackets, one comprised of 6 United States teams, 2 of them playing right now, and the other bracket comprised of 6 international teams. Wilson Woodcocks remains in the game. Luke Gabrish leading off this 5th inning. The 1-0. That one's going to get out of play. 1-1. It'll be double elimination till we just have 4 teams left, and then single elimination in the semifinals and in the championship. That championship game will be played Saturday next weekend. 1 o'clock Eastern on ESPN2. Skied and out of play. I mentioned the brackets. Again, double elimination. Tomorrow, South Carolina and Wisconsin will be playing for their tournament lives, although if either team that loses will still have 1 game left for consolation. Canada and New Zealand, that'll be an elimination as well. And Virginia and the loser of this game. Right now, Delaware trailing 4-1. 4 games on the docket tomorrow at ESPN Plus. This is the first year we have carried all 21 games of the Senior League Baseball World Series. In the previous years, just carry the championship, but thanks to the folks at ESPN and working with ESPN Plus and working with this tournament, proud to carry all 21 games for you. The 1-2 from Woodcock. 4 games yesterday, 4 more today, 4 more tomorrow. There's no such thing as too much baseball, especially if the game has a good pace. This would qualify. Gabrish to left field, and tracking that is Riddell for out number 1. One out here in the 5th. Delaware has come back in this postseason before. In the regional final, the East Regional Final, they trailed Pennsylvania 7-1. Came back and won it 9-8 in 8 innings. So a 4-1 deficit is nothing for this Delaware team. Wilson Woodcocks is a pretty special player. It's fouled and out of play. Just finished his freshman year of high school. He's a few years away from enrolling at Texas Tech University and playing for Tim Tadlock. Swing and a miss with the breaking ball. We asked Wilson Woodcocks, what's your special talent? He simply said, throwing the ball hard. Can also throw the breaking ball. That one is foul. Wilson Woodcock's not the first talented pitcher to play for this Texas team. The 1-2 to Johnny Fander here in the 5th. Fouls that one away. John Doxakis played for the World Series winning team in Texas back in 2014 and went to Texas A&M. And was just a second-round pick, 61st overall, to the Tampa Bay Rays. Joe Gavalo, who was part of that 2015 team that won it all, pitched for Vanderbilt. He was taken in the 16th round. They've had some arms. Woodcocks is the latest. Five strikeouts now for Cox. And that breaking ball has been his best friend tonight. And it appears that is going to be it, as Clint Sauls has already taken the baseball from Wilson Woodcocks. Gives him some encouragement. Some head nods from Woodcocks. And Woodcocks will check out. Four and 2/3, a run, 5 hits, 5 Ks for the Texas Tech verbal commitment. I'll tell you about the new pitcher coming up. He leaves his Texas team in good hands. They're up 4-1 in the 5th. Trace Horgan now on in relief. Wilson Woodcocks, and as you can see by his favorite movie, Trace Horgan understands if you ain't first, you're last. Right now, Texas running first with a 4-1 lead over Delaware. And Woodcox departs from the mound, but not from the diamond. He'll take over at third. Robert Organ, known as Trace. Wilson Woodcox might be their best pitcher, but Clint Sauls calls Trace their most consistent pitcher. Says if the game is on the line, Trace will deliver on the mound. Justin Ford now at the plate with 2 away. Breaking ball misses, 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Two and one now to Justin Ford. Breaking ball, did he go? He did. 2-2. Two strikes. And now Trace. Trace Organ with the strikeout. We're through 5. Texas up 3. Staff and supporters of the Southwest Region champion Texas certainly like what they're seeing. Yeah, let's take a closer look here with these binoculars. Are we up 4-1? In fact, we are. Let me see here. Yeah, we are 4-1. Wilson Woodcox now up. Moved from pitcher to third, but stays in the lineup. Max Kogenauer remains on the mound for Delaware. Woodcox hammers that one into the right center field gap. That will get down. Chasing it down is Danny Storm. Chasing to second is Woodcox, and he's going to get in there standing up. Woodcox, plenty of gas left in the tank. Couple of thumbs up to the dugout and a leadoff double. Jarrett Mihalik now up, the 16-year-old. A chance to add some insurance. Hammers that one to right. Storm's got it. Makes the catch. One away. Josh Blum now up, the designated hitter. He was replaced on the base pass by the pinch runner Peter Saul last inning. You are allowed to have a special pinch runner twice a game. A team may utilize a player who's not in the batting order as a special pinch runner for any offensive player. And now Peter Saul is going to pinch run for Wilson Woodcock. So that is the second and final time here that Peter Saul can be inserted as a pinch runner. That does allow Wilson Woodcocks to remain in the game, even though he's not on base. And the pinch runner quickly runs to third. You need a pinch runner in your Texas. Better call Saul. I apologize for that. He's on third. Fouls that one away, 1-1. 16-year-old Josh Blum. I've not seen him on the mound tonight, but they say if Wilson Woodcocks is 1A, Blum is 1B. He's a strike thrower. He's got a great breaking ball. Good command. And you will certainly see him on the mound before Texas is done this week. The 1-1 to second. Saul does not run, and they do get the out at first. I thought Saul might just run on contact on a ground ball in the infield. Maybe thought that ball was hit harder than it was. Possibly could have scored, but not taking any chances. 4-1 lead now with 2 outs. I think even Connor Campbell, the second baseman, was surprised. Now Will Riles, right fielder, now up for Texas. This is your Alabama fan, Will Riles, getting a thumbs up here from Margie here in the press box. Also from Alabama. She's about to follow Will Riles on Instagram. The 1-1 to straightaway center field. Lambert's got it for out number 3. Delaware running out of outs. We're headed to the 6th. 4-1 Texas.
the sixth inning. Starting things off for the East will be center fielder number 27, Aiden Lambert.
Back here in lovely Easley, South Carolina, side of the Senior League Baseball World Series, opening weekend of the World Series. Double elimination, dual bracket format. And for Delaware, Aiden Lambert not wasting any time with a leadoff single here in the sixth. He led off the fourth with a single. And now he leads off the sixth. Trace Organ on the mound, replacing Wilson Woodcocks. First pitch swinging for Danny Storm. And we mentioned Delaware no stranger to the comeback. Trailed 7-1 in the regional final to Pennsylvania. Came back and won that game 9-8 in 8 innings. Now would be a good time to start this comeback, down 4-1. Breaking ball from Oregon high. It's a pretty unique situation for these boys from Wilmington. All 13 of them on the roster live within a 1-mile radius of each other. Strike in there, 1 and 2. So you think about camaraderie and knowing each other, practicing with each other, playing baseball with each other from a very young age. That chemistry matters when you get to the big stage. The 1-2. Down on strikes goes Danny Storm. Second strikeout of the night for Trace Organ. Aiden Lambert leading off the first. And some confusion there between Organ and his battery mate, James Vaquero. Got their signals crossed, and now they've ironed it out, ready for the 1-0. Two and 0 to Dylan Cruiser. Aiden Lambert leading off of first base. Ball low. 3-0. Kenyon Motley, the tying run, is on deck. Leota Cruiser in there for a strike, 3-1. Inside and a walk. We mentioned it, things can change very quickly, especially when there is a pitching change. And despite the 2 strikeouts for pitcher Trace Organ, he's found himself in a little bit of trouble here in the top of the 6th. Again, there is 1 out here in the 6th. With 2 on for Kenyon Motley. Motley, we saw him drive one to deep left center field. He's Got a big stick here, and they could use it. Breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-1. Motley, a pretty talented player and talented off the field as well. Can play the trumpet, the baritone, sax, the percussion as well. Very talented musician despite being hearing impaired. Strike, 0-2. Speaks American Sign Language, wears hearing aids. You kind of see them under the helmet there. The 0-2 from Oregon to Motley. Swing and a miss, and a big strikeout for Trace Oregon. His third of the night, his second of the inning, 2 away. Blows it right by him, much to the delight of the orange-clad fans. I think we call that burnt orange. The conversation between the two pitchers tonight, Oregon and Wilson Woodcocks. And Tyler Satterfield is now going to pinch hit for Max Kokenauer. Tyler Satterfield yesterday was 0 for 1. Last night, Lambert on second, Cruiser on first, and an 0-1 count here to Satterfield. Delaware needs a hit. They need something here, down 3 runs and 1 inning left after this. Breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-2. That is a nasty breaking ball, both Oregon and Woodcocks. Showing they're pretty adept at the breaking ball tonight. The 0-2 to Satterfield. Swing and a miss. Trace Oregon strikes out the side, his 4th K of the night. And Texas will carry a 4-1 lead into the 7th inning. High heat. Oregon got him. Johnny Fander now in at pitcher, replacing Max Kokenauer, third pitcher of the night for Delaware. His favorite athlete, John Fander Sr. That is his grandfather, who played baseball professionally. His father, Jody, is the coach of this team. Only a family affair here in the sport of baseball and in this World Series in Easley, South Carolina. Try and hold this Texas lineup at bay. Texas scored 2 in the first, 2 in the third. Loose eggs everywhere else, but it's been enough. 4 runs with 6 hits. And the pitcher, Trace Organ, now up. Who knows what to do with his hands. On the mound, he's got 4 strikeouts. And at the plate, he's got 2 base hits. Special player, that 15-year-old Trace Organ. Solid fielder, consistent pitcher, athletic in the box. And now he's on first. See if they can get some insurance home. Alex Mintz, the leadoff batter, now up. Favorite athlete, Tom Brady. You might wonder, why would Alex Mintz, his favorite athlete, be Tom Brady? Well, his father works for TriStar Productions. That is a memorabilia and collectibles and signing agency. And according to Alex, his father's company has exclusive rights to Tom Brady and those autographs, and so that would mean your favorite athlete is Tom Brady. We can connect dots up here in the press box. His father is well known in that Houston area. Got some Houston Astros collectibles, which have become a hot commodity over the last couple of years. His father's company is the place to go. 3-1 to Alex Mintz. Skies that one to left. Gabrus is there for out number 2. Check that out, number 1. James Vaquero, the catcher, now up. Reached base his last time up with a walk. Favorite book, The Great Gatsby. Obviously trying to embarrass all of us for our lack of consistent reading. The 1-0 to Vaquero. To second. Campbell. To Motley. To Ford for the double play. Delaware down to their final at-bats. We go to the top of the 7th. Defense has kept them in it. Their offense is going to have to keep them alive. We're in Easley. Well, not all Texas fans are thrilled with this one. That baby could be someplace else right now. 4-1 Texas on Delaware, as we are closing in on 9:30 in the East. And Texas closing in on a 4-1 win. We'll see if Delaware can do anything here, as the top of the order is now up. Connor Campbell will face Trace Organ, who has 4 strikeouts. Not going to strike out Campbell, who lifts that one to shallow right center, making the catch is Mintz for a quick out, number 1. If Texas can hold on and win this, they will play Hawaii Tuesday at 4 o'clock Eastern on ESPN+. And that will be must-see TV, or must-see tablet on ESPN+. The loser of this game will take on Virginia coming up tomorrow. Swing and a miss. What a combination they have on this pitching staff. Now 1-1 to Luke Gabrich. Breaking ball misses. 2-1. We got Trace Organ on in relief of the Texas Tech commit Wilson Woodcocks. And Josh Blum is really the number 2 pitcher on this team. Got a lot left in the arsenal. Texas in a great spot here, where even if Oregon crosses a pitching threshold and has to get some rest, they don't play till Tuesday if they win. They're 1 out away. Speaking of that schedule, for Texas, again, the loser of this game, Delaware in position right now to face Virginia, 4 o'clock Eastern, an elimination game. South Carolina and Wisconsin, Canada and New Zealand, Italy and Australia, that also an elimination game. Losers of those games, though, will play a 3rd game, so you're guaranteed 3 games. The losers obviously out of contention for the championship. You come all this way, you don't want to just play 2 games. 11,000 miles away if you're from Perth, Australia, guaranteed 3 games here in Easley. Breaking ball just on the plate. 1-1. 5 strikeouts for Oregon. One out away from ending this baseball game. A pretty efficient performance from this Texas pitching staff. Wilson Woodcocks went 4 2/3. And now Oregon going the rest of the way. 2-2 with 2 outs. 5 strikeouts for number 5. Ground ball gets through the 3rd baseman, Woodcocks, and gets through short as well. Connor Bartlett was unable to handle that at short. And a 2-out single.
At point number 25, Justin Ford.
Now Justin Ford at the plate. Fouls that one off the home plate umpire. Now 0-1. Trace Organ, 15 years old. We asked him, what's your favorite book? And he flatly wrote to us, I've never read one. And that means he's a baseball player, right? Of course, he was joking. He's good at reading scouting reports, though. And good at dealing from his right hand. 5 strikeouts for Trace Organ. And that one down the left field line out of the outstretched glove of Wilson Woodcocks. A big turn at second for Fander. He's going to hold. And now the tying run for Delaware is going to come to the plate. And it's a good player to have in Aiden Lambert, who got a base hit off Oregon last inning to lead off the 6th. And now he's hoping he doesn't end the 7th. Aiden Lambert with 2 base knocks tonight. Aiden Lambert, one of 5 brothers in his family. Easygoing kid from Brandywine High School. Trying to keep this Delaware team alive tonight. Again, win or lose, they will see another day. If they lose tonight, they'll play Virginia tomorrow here on ESPN Plus, an elimination game. The 0-1. In the dirt, gets away, runner heads to third, and he's in there. A big sigh of relief from Fander, who got right in there. That was well, he's in there. That's a great call. Head first. You can see the base moving with his hand before the glove touches the helmet. And now 2 runners in scoring position for Aiden Lambert. And that one is off the glove of first. Scooping it is the second baseman, unable to race Lambert to first, and a run scores. Gunnar Brown nearly made the game-ending catch. Then Jarrett Mihalik tried to outrun Aiden Lambert to first. A run scores, and it's now 4-2. And now the tying run is on first base. So a single and an RBI for Lambert. And we told you earlier, this Delaware team knows how to come back in the postseason. And Danny Storm could tie this game up with an extra base hit. Johnny Fander has scored. Justin Ford at third and Aiden Lambert at first. The 1-0 to Storm. Breaking ball in there for a strike, 1-1. 5 strikeouts on the night for Trace Organ. Trying to close this one out for Texas. The 1-1 to Storm. Breaking ball in there high, 2-1. Storm fouls that one away, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on, and a 2-run deficit for Delaware. The 2-2. In the dirt, the count runs full. Tying run at first. Danny Storm at the plate. Runner goes. Breaking ball is driven deep to left center field. Going back is Mintz and makes the catch. Alex Mintz gets on his horse. And this team from Texas comes away with a 4-2 win. Trace Organ with 5 strikeouts on the night, so you get the Organ. Texas wins it 4-2. Danny Storm hit that one a long way, but Alex Mintz can run a long way. A little high five there for his teammate Joseph Riddell. And Trace Organ, 5 strikeouts on the night in relief of Wilson Woodcocks, who pitched well in his own right, the Texas Tech commit. And Texas wins it 4-2. So that means Delaware and Virginia will go at it, elimination game tomorrow. Canada, New Zealand, South Carolina, and Wisconsin starting out the day. That does it from Easley, South Carolina. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks to our ESPN crew. I'm Matt Schick. Thanks for watching ESPN Plus.